It's time for Agriculture, presented by Turkana Farms in Germantown, New York, a small-scale producer of heritage breed livestock and a wide array of vegetables and berries on just over 39 acres. They also produce a full array of garden vegetables, many of them heirloom varieties raised naturally, as well as an assortment of berries, including raspberries, blackberries, gooseberries, black, red, and white currants, mulberries, and elderberries. And now, here's Victoria Cox.
Hey all, it's Victoria again. If you caught Mark's most recent missive, you know we've been thinking a lot about fecundity on our farm. How to grow and develop our labor pool, perhaps by growing our family. We've taken his encouragement seriously in spirit, if not in word, and went and got ourselves a dog. Her name is Esperanza, and if I've already gushed to you in person about her noble character and heroic origin story, I have no apologies for you. You're going to hear it all again. If it were solely at my discretion, our farm would appear somewhere between Hotel for Dogs and the final shot of 101 Dalmatians. As it stands, neither Troy nor Mark are what one might call dog people, and I had settled for quietly stashing rabbits and low-profile barn cats in and around the property while biding my time. But if you've been here and seen it, you know the score. Our farm is the place your parents told you about when your old dog went away. A big old farm in the country with lots of room to explore, with a pond and sunshine and lots of friends to play with. And ours exists. Almost as soon as I arrived, I reached out to some local rescues with casual inquiries. But I had a long list of requirements. Visitors are constantly dropping in and out at Turkana, and we've got tons of creatures around that aren't prepared to be chased or eaten. So our dog would have to be polite to everyone. Troy has never had a dog before and spends all of his waking time with herbivores, so we'd need a peaceful, thoughtful friend with good table manners to put him at ease. Plus, are there dogs who know the value of kilims? There were plenty that I was ready to take home immediately, but I knew I had to hold out for the perfect fit for our farm. Fortunately for us, our closest local rescue is used to going above and beyond. I found the Sado project on Pet Finder, put in an application, and talked to a few volunteers about our place and our dream dog. I got an email back right away. I have the perfect dog for you. The only catch? She's in Puerto Rico. I hesitated, but then her photo came through, and it was all over. I would have walked to Puerto Rico on the strength of her headshot alone. After I got all the details, the pieces started falling into place. The Sado project focuses their efforts on a spit of land called Dead Dog Beach in Yabucoa, where they rescue abandoned animals, give them vet care, and then charter rescue flights into New York to connect with local shelters and foster homes. We got her flight number, the date of her arrival, and the phone number of a volunteer in town who we could talk to with questions. When we showed up at the airport, I felt a bit like I was going on a first date, or maybe attending a job interview. Would she look like her photo? Would I impress her? My concerns were quickly dispersed. I'm the sort of person who will sometimes pull up dog reunion videos on YouTube just to have a nice, refreshing cry. And our time between pulling up to the hangar and driving home with Esper in tow was essentially a supercut from the best of those. I was carried on a wave of smiling families, wet faces, endlessly wagging tails, and was deposited at home to start life with my new baby. There are a lot of different ways to be a farm dog. Plenty of people have working dogs for herding or as livestock guardians, but our caracal sheep have been raised without dogs and would likely be offended if we tried to impose one on their self-directed lifestyle. Other people keep terriers to kill small critters on the farm, but our rabbit, MapQuest, formally requested that we don't bring home a dog with a strong prey drive, and we all concurred. Truly, one of the things that's so perfect about Esper is that she excels at not working. She's an expert at resting and constantly encourages us to join her. She loves to wake up early, enjoys a good roll in the grass, and can get reasonably excited about cheese, But her priorities are to keep us close and to catch up on a lifetime of comfortable lounging. I asked to be matched with an older dog, and Esperanza is probably about 8 years old. She's clearly had a long and complicated life so far, with the marks to show for it, but has also visibly known a lot of love. She has a blood disease from tick exposure, but she takes her medicine like a champ. Her eyes light up when we call her baby. She knows how to open doors, and if you sit down next to her, she'll sometimes drape her paw gently over your leg. At this point in the season, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by everything that's left to do before summer's over. The garden is producing faster than we can keep up, and it's already time to start planting for fall. We finally have a plan and a build date for the barn, but the reality of construction looms large in the future. Still, right here around the turn of the season, it's not hard to be optimistic for the future. It's cool enough that we put the quilts back on the beds, and sometimes I'll come upstairs and find Esper sleeping on one like we made it for her. Troy's family is coming up for the long weekends, and we might just be able to catch up on weeding and preserving our bumper crops. I've been waiting my whole life for this dog, and now she's here. And it might all just be possible after all.
Agriculture is underwritten by Turkana Farms, LLC, a small-scale producer of heritage-bred livestock and a wide array of vegetables and berries on just over 39 acres in Germantown, New York. More information, 518-537-3815.